I launched an e-commerce from 0 to 7,000 euros in just 30 days using just one campaign, no retargeting, and just with static images. Here's how I did it. Hi everybody, I'm Paolo Santanicchia. I'm a freelancer method specialist, and today I would like to show you how I launched this e-commerce from 0 to 7,000 euros in just 30 days. So what's interesting here is that I just used one campaign who spent more than 2.6 thousand euros, generating 7,000 euros. So we are some hundreds above the break-even point, which is really good for an e-commerce which starts from zero. This e-commerce is about selling pop art pictures made by an Italian artist, and they are selling unique representations of famous people from music to cinema to sport and so on. So let's look immediately at the campaign that I did, because to start this e-commerce, I recommend starting with just meta ads in order to generate the unconscious demand, because this product is not very much a need that a person has in order to meet the expectations and the researches from the people who were searching for something like this, for a product like this. Of course, after some days where the conscious demand has been generated, me and my colleague Luca Petrosino started running also some Google ads with brand protection and other Google campaigns, which I'm not taking care of as I'm just in charge of running the meta ads for this client. So let's look at what I did in this campaign, which is an ABO campaign. So I decided to put the budget at the ad set level, so not at the campaign level, because I pretty much like to have control over this. I know many of you may disagree, but this is the way I work right now. And I tried to test at the beginning. We started this 7th of July 2023, and what we started with were just three ad sets with these creatives. In this creative, we said something like some iconic sentences made by famous people. There wasn't a logic behind choosing a specific person or a specific character of the history of the culture, be it from sports, be it from music and so on, because we wanted to test as many people as possible, as many famous characters as possible, because we weren't sure about which one would have performed. So we tested like Bob Marley here, we tested also some other characters, and what was differentiating these ad sets were the communication angle. So in this angle we told some iconic phrases. Here we said the slogan of this e-commerce, which is better pop than snob, which means something like making art accessible and affordable to anyone, and not by purchasing art from auctions or by spending a lot of money. And this, which is the still running ad set, the only ad set which is still running from the day zero, which is an angle which is in Italian parlare di te, means let them speak for you. So let the art speak for you, let your walls in your house speak for you. And this communication angle has been generated thanks to a great and deep market research of the Italian audience. Italy is the place where I live, so I know pretty much what is the needs and the relationship between Italy and the art, and this was a very good angle to start with and turned out to be the best performing angle so far, even with the new tests. And here's what really made it work, because here we are testing, of course, always broad, with a fixed budget per day, leaving just the whole Italy and the whole age range and the whole genders, without adding any interests and any retargeting, any lookalike and so on. And what really worked was specifically this ad, which represents a famous Italian actor, which is Paolo Villaggio. In art, it's called Fantozzi. It is a real icon in the cinema industry here in Italy. And we noticed from the beginning that this was the best performing ad. And this got me thinking, so what is that really worked here? Is that because a girl is holding this product? Is that what really performed? Or is it the phrase, which means choose the art that represents you, that speaks for you? or be it maybe the image and the product, the colors. So this got me really thinking, and this is why I made some iterations. Iterations, if you followed the 7th episode of podcast, PODCADS, which is my podcast where I interviewed the maximum experts of meta ads and digital marketing in general. I interviewed Sarah Levinger, which is maybe the greatest creative strategist in the world and in the US most of all. And she said that in order to make a good ad account, you need to test new concepts and also iterations. Iterations are those ads which are made out of an ad that is working, which is in this case was this because it was generating sales almost from day zero. And in order to understand what was working, I wanted to make some small tests. So in order to understand if it was maybe the image and the product to make those many sales, I made these iterations out of it. So I left the same image with the same girl which was holding the product and saying a different phrase, which is pop art images of your idols ready to hang to your walls, or also this image which is a combo of these two actors which made many films together, or leaving the girl which was holding the product but changing the phrase and the image of the product. Or for example, leaving the same girl and the same phrase of before but changing the image. This is Roberto Benigni. And some other iterations, so leaving the same product and girl but changing the headlines. And it turned out that the product was what was really carrying on the account. In fact, as you can see, the product with the same girl but a different headline keeps getting results. And maybe also the phrase, because here Benigni with the same phrase of Fantozzi before made a purchase, which is not very much, but considering that we made 50 purchases in total, 3 purchases is not that less than 10% of the overall sales. So instead of just trying some iterations, so in order to understand why that creative was performing better than any other creative, I kept testing even more and more concepts. So for example, the feature callouts. If you follow me for a while, you know that this is a kind of creative that I really like and that it is performing for the majority of my ad accounts. So this is a totally new test, which I recommend always in order to find even a better and the best maybe creative format that can work for your ad accounts and that can allow you to scale an ad account. So also watching the insights of Shopify, we can see that the best selling products in the whole month were that famous combo, that famous bundle between Fantozzi and Fellini, which are the two characters of the films made together, and Fantozzi, which was that best performing ad that you saw at the beginning. And this got me really thinking because, as you can see, when I made the iterations proposing the combo, here were the two creatives with the combos of the two characters, you see that we see 0 conversions. So I still have to figure out if they found out this combo by navigating and visiting the website, if they found this product by their own without the ads and without seeing these ads, because they even got less than 3,000 impressions. So I don't know how much this impacted the sales of this product, also because this has not been generating, according to Facebook, any conversion. But it is so interesting to see how these ones, the best performing ads of Fantozzi, were always pointing to the collection page. So the landing page of these ads was always the collection page in the section cinema. And this is so interesting. And something else that is interesting and that may surprise some of you is that we didn't use any videos. As you can see, they are all static images. Basically, they are all templates of a portrait in a wall, a portrait in a house, someone holding this portrait and these art pieces. And so one may wonder why didn't I make any video, and why in 2023, where videos are the most consumed content, thanks also to TikTok and so on, why did I decide to just run static images? So the reason is very simple. Static images are very fast to generate, are very cheap to generate, and we were able to fast test in many creatives. Imagine if I had to spend a budget for every piece of content that I've generated, more than 38 ads. I had to spend for the post-production for a video maker who would have edited my videos, or just my time to create these ads by videos that wouldn't have been very much cost and time effective. While thanks to this, I'm testing a lot of ads. I've tested 38 ads in 30 days, more than an ad per day, and this allowed me to fast testing and to validate faster my ideas and understand what was working in order to make iterations out of it, and that allowed me to scale this e-commerce from 0 to 7,000 euros and going more than break even in the first month. And what is also interesting is that thanks to this validation, these fast validations that I made, knowing that Fantozzi is best performing, that there is a specific phrase which is scegli l'arte che ti rappresenta, choose the art that represents you, that speaks for you, and so on. This communication angle, I can repropose that on the next videos that I will create for this ad account, because right now I know what is working. I know that this product was the product that is bringing the majority of sales, this and the combo, so I can make a video where I propose that product and then the combo, in order also to increase the average order value directly from the ads, without hoping that people maybe search for the combo, the bundle, by just landing to a collection page after clicking to my ad. So this is something that can really work and that can really allow us to make even better results, because as you can see, we had some hard times at the beginning, making 0 sales, spending from 50, because there was the limit in the first days, to 100 euros per day without any sales. We have just trusted the process. We have just understood even better and better every day what were the needs of the audience, listening to them when they were contacting the customer service, keeping researching and keeping testing new concepts, which is really essential, because as you can see, sorting by schedule, so watching the first ads, as you can see, we had like 0 sales, except for the only one ad set that is still running. We had 0 sales, while these ones were starting growing, and we started understanding which were the things that were attracting my audience, the things that were pushing my audience to make purchase in this e-commerce. And what I wanted also to point out is that as you can see, I always use broad targeting because the targeting right now is being made by the ad. And how can we make the ad speaking to a specific audience? The first thing that I would say is to make a good market research. I would never get tired saying this. Make a market research to understand what people are searching, why people are purchasing this or that, what do they already have, and what is their relationship with your market. So I had to study some blogs and some YouTube videos about making a wall full of portraits, full of art, understanding what was really making people interested in having in their houses, why they would have to buy a specific portrait of a specific character, what do they wanted to say to the people who were watching to their wall when they were invited to their houses. And all of this has been possible just by watching the same content that my audience is watching. And this is very important. You have to put yourself in the shoes of your customers and validate your ideas as fast as possible in order to make this very fast scaling, which has been made without any discount code, any retargeting campaign, any pushy campaign, and any social proof, because this ad account is new, this business is totally new. We started with 0 social proof, with 0 sales, and we still are stuck at 50 sales in total in 1 month. with a very low conversion rate, maybe because the website is new, the website has not that much data, the website has not social proof, and people don't know that much about our products yet. And my next moves here, so as I said, would be to create ads that can be even better targeting my audience, even with broad audiences, and this is possible thanks to good ad copy, a good video which really speaks to your audience and really resonates to the mind of our audience. So I will just upload these new videos in order to make new formats. I will show how the artist makes his portraits. I will make some time-lapse videos about the artist which is making and signing his artworks, showing that there are real people behind this business, which has not to be taken for granted because no one knows us. They are just seeing like template photos and template images about artworks, and they don't know if maybe that's something handmade, which is, but it's hard to communicate and let people believe that, and that there are some orders that are being made. So we will show how do the artist signs and prepares the box to ship directly to the client, as this is an e-commerce, an Italian e-commerce, and I will definitely test that and let you know how all of this evolves. But I'm sure that thanks to all the data that we have acquired in these 4 weeks of making ads, which is just the start, we have to learn even a lot more from our audience. I'm sure we will make even a greater scaling, and that Q4 will be a very good period for us. With that being said, thank you for watching till here. I'm Paolo Santanicchi, I'm a meta ad specialist. If you want to stay updated about how to create better meta ads, I publish every day a video on my Instagram page based on my experience of managing more than €500,000 per year for my clients, and I share every day some tips about meta ads and about what I learned. And subscribe to the channel and leave a like and a comment to help the algorithm and help people discover this video. And if you want to watch longer video content, you can watch in this channel on the live section some interviews that I made for my podcast, which is PODCADS. That's all for today. Thank you for watching till here, and I wish you a great day. See you next time.